How can you live beyond your years? You heard me right. Living beyond your years. That's what I want to talk to you this morning. Thanks for joining us for 10 minutes at 10 a.m. Again, how can you live beyond your years? It sounds like it's something that may be, quote unquote, impossible to do. But we ought to be building a legacy. This is how we can actually live beyond our years. Building a legacy. Creating what's going to last once we have our time up here on earth. Your legacy should be bigger than your life. I'm going to repeat that. Your legacy should be bigger than your life. It should last beyond your years. Now I'm going to share with you a story that actually we were sharing with our children yesterday during our devotional. And it's funny how, we've been in the thing of learning, but as you are open to learning, I'll say this, as you're open to learning, you'll see there's more and more learning opportunities that are available to you. So I think it was on Thursday, I was actually challenged to learn about someone which I never knew about before, a woman by the name of Henrietta Lacks. Henrietta Lacks. And once I learned about her, it was so inspiring what I learned, because she actually transitioned out of here. She died in 1951. However, her life is still impacting us to today, and many of us, her cells, called the HeLa cells, are being used in medicine to help to develop different medicine and different what they call for the virus when they have for the viruses, vaccines. There we go. So through her living and her dying in 1951, even to today, recently with vaccines and different stuff coming out, and not just vaccines, but just in the medical industry, they're still using her, what they learned from her, to help to develop new things that helps us today. Henrietta Lacks is the name. And it just taught me a great lesson that even though she died, her life still matters and still matter, just like our lives should matter, and we should be looking to build a legacy. The Bible tells us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. So, while she was special, guess what? You're special. I'm special. We're special because we're fearfully and wonderfully made, and we were uniquely created with wonderful gifts, talents, abilities. There's something I heard from someone as well too, that when we are using the gifts, the special gifts that we've been given, we should be the top in the world, or one of the tops in the world at fulfilling that unique gift that we have. And all of us has it. So we should be living and looking to live as we're the top in the world, or one of the few, the tops in the world in our particular niche, our industry, our specialty that we are involved in, because we have unique greatness. So we need to be the best or one of the best. Now, obviously, I always look to get an example from Christ, because he is our example for living. And how can we take this lesson that we're learning about even building a legacy and living beyond our years, and things I've seen? I'll just even bring up an example of my dad when he transitioned out, and things I found out about him that still carries over, and lessons I'm learning that he helped people with and shared people, and people are still giving testimonies about him, and not just him, other people I've heard as well too, that had lived beyond the years because they built a legacy. But let's look to Christ. Now, obviously, Christ is our example. And, through Christ, we have eternal life. So yes, that even goes beyond our time here on earth to what will we experience in eternity. But even Christ, the example that we see in him, that he died and resurrected over 2,000 years ago. Think about that, over 2,000 years ago. Yet his life, his death, and resurrection impacts all of us, whether we realize or not. It impacts all of us in such profound ways, even today in 2024 we're in. His life went way beyond the 33 years that he spent on this earth. And it's profoundly, and it's actually impacting me and others in new ways each day. Just even learning about Christ and learning about what his really what the fullness of his death, resurrection, and the life that he offers us gives to me today. It gives me empowerment. It empowers me knowing that, I was loved so much that he came and suffered and died for me. And it also humbles me today because I recognize that I really wasn't, I didn't deserve, all this. So it's not because of my works, but I didn't deserve what he gave to me. So it keeps me humble as well, too, knowing that it's not anything I did. And also, it gives me great confidence, too, in that as well. Knowing that, I'm living through him now. Not because of what I'm doing, but I'm living through him. The power of the ability I have is now going through Christ. And the Lord even sees me through Christ, through the righteousness, sees me as righteousness through Christ. So he gave a wonderful example of living beyond your years. And I say this for us today as well, that we need to build a legacy. Don't just be satisfied looking at what your immediate life right now, but look to see what is going to be the impact of your life beyond. What is going to be the impact on the world beyond your time here? There's a saying, and I'm going to apply it to this teaching or this what I'm sharing with you this morning as well, that if you aim for the stars, then you maybe land on the moon, which is great anyway. Okay, so you aim for the stars and you'll land on the moon. Same thing with life. If we aim to build a great legacy, if we aim to leave a lasting, memorable, honorable legacy, then we will definitely live a fantastic and impactful life. But aim for even the legacy, what's going to happen after our time here on this earth. All right, with that is our 10 minutes at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, thank you for joining us, and we're going to see you tomorrow. You get better at what you keep doing, so practice doing good things.